This game just asks really tough questions that other games are too scared to, really. This whole starting sequence was inspired by what it takes to get me out of bed in the morning. Wonderful devs, Pixel Delusion. Title, Kosmokrats. The floppy disk is to remind you how feckin' old you are. Get ready for filthy ASMR. That's it. Now get ready for award-winning Hollywood star Bill Nye.
3 crates peeled for breakfast, 3 for lunch, 3 for supper. Day after day, such is the glorious life our comrade leads. When suddenly, there's a knock at the door.
Comrade,
Your Uber Eats is here.
report to room 237.
Someday I might make an 8-hour film review on the documentary Room 237. It's the worst film ever made. Reminds me a bit of student dorms. There's my lovely, lovely drone. I think this should have been cut from the game, it's too brutal. Nice nod. That isn't like me controlling the game, it's just natural camera work.
It says here that you have peeling experience. Really? That's it? This is all temporary. Space Force is sending a real drone pilot soon. For now, I'll be your supervisor. Call me Boris. Drone piloting takes years to
I think this relates to people with 2 years experience applying for jobs that ask for 89 years experience in junior positions. So let's have a look around your office / kind of a prison. There's lots of fun little things to do, as well as adjusting settings and stuff like that. You can read the newspaper, you can check your medals, have a little look out the window. Right now there's nothing there, but as you progress there will be more of the things there. This little joystick moves around as you move around, which is cute. I'm easily pleased. Bit annoying because dial-up is what we still have in Ireland for the internet.
Space Force is doing big things these days, comrade. But let's start with something small to test your skills. Push or pull these pieces together to assemble the station.
So you can play with keyboard and mouse, but it is just a lot easier if you use a controller.
See? Simple, even for you.
So the goal is to get all these connecting points together to sort of build stations and ships out in space. So think of it as chunky 3D Tetris in space.
Without solar panels, this mission is in.
So what I did there was on purpose. I am a hardcore ultra gamer MS Paint Pro, but it's just to show you that you have to be careful when you're moving all these parts together, because you can break them and then that can lose you points.
Be gentle, like playing Tetris.
And then you get a report on your performance. There'll be different elements of this here as you sort of progress, but that's the first one done. Woo!
Too bad. For a potato peeler.
Oh, cheeky. If you had a little peep out here, you can see the ship that you just built, and the more you build and as you progress, they'll be able to be viewed from this nice little porty-hole, porter-cabin, it's space window.
Space Force is changing the world today. They're filming
So
the
now
first
we have
live
little
walking
people to try and not murder. They're a film crew, so it would be particularly bad if we squish them.
They're quite quite fragile. Ah, here he comes. Добрый день, Yuri. Добрый день.
So you're on a timer, and that timer is based on also how you're slowly but then more rapidly hurtling towards the planet beneath you. It sort of adds a dynamic to the game of sort of tension. You start burning up as you get closer, so you do have to get everything slotted together and have your stations constructed before you, like, basically turn into a fireball and crash to death. Steady, steady. Oh, and she's in the pen. You also fare better with your scoring if there's more time on the clock when you've completed everything.
Great. Another ego boost for the famous Yuri.
You'll encounter these sort of stories and news bulletins and all sorts of cutscenes and zany things going on throughout the whole game. There's also no fail state, so if you do happen to botch up your missions, the game carries on. There's multiple paths in this whole game, and there's 17 endings. And then there's the mini games. Whew.
But you are quiet. All right, it's settled. We're going to keep you around.
Word for word what they said when my probation was passed.
Today we're building a potato storage ship.
Dear to my heart, that is.
Cosmonauts en route to the moon, don't we? You should know better than anyone.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you an example of how things can go wrong, especially that thing I mentioned about turning into fireballs and hurtling towards the planet below. So there's specific schematics for the ships and stations that you're building. You can connect colours together and that's all fine, but they might not be connected in the right way.
I guess they're eating potatoes tonight down on Earth.
Another example of having to be careful, you can destroy the domes that protect the precious potatoes.
Whatever. Those potatoes were probably radioactive anyway.
Even though I'm doing this as a tutorial type thing, it breaks my heart every time.
The clock is ticking.
So as you can see, the planet below gets even bigger as we get closer, because that's how perspective works. But the point is the timer. And as you can see here, we built something, but it did not fit the schematics. So we obviously lost points for that.
See what you're doing, peeler. Now there are fewer potatoes to peel in the kitchen, eh?
And this is an example of no matter how you fare in these missions, it'll be reflected in the overall story. So there's many different ways that things can go, and there's different dialogues to sort of match how things have, occurred.
Looks like we're building the habitat ship a bit early. This wasn't scheduled for months.
Dobry dzień, proud workers. I am Officer Olga Egorova.
Olga is just one of many pretty unique characters that you're going to bump into in Kosmokrats.
But Officer Egorova, we don't have enough potatoes to feed more recruits.
Remember the proverb, without effort, one cannot pull a fish from a pond. Finish the habitat ship, comrades. Over and out.
If only we could feed these recruits with proverbs, then we'd be sorted.
Okay, so here's the first example of how the missions kind of change up and can be quite dynamic. So you're not just doing something from the start until the finish. There's other elements that can pop up and that have story reasons for it, but can change, you know, what you thought you were playing in this particular mission. So here we've got loads of recruits that have been jettisoned towards us, and we need to get them all attached onto this here station safely.
Looks like we have a lot of new mouths to feed. You will soon be doing some overtime peeling. Until our potato storage runs out, that is.
As you can see, more and more of them are coming. The timer's ticking down, and Earth is getting pretty big there. This is a mess. Get in there.
Moscow, we have a problem.
Yes, we do. So if you can get basically more than 3 recruits, you're a legend.
Something is wrong. High Command knows we can't catch everyone, but they keep launching more. Save as many as you can, Peeler. I'm going to make a call.
I'm going to fail miserably. There we go. As you get closer to burning up into a big fireball, you get a little parachute that plops open and takes you to safety. Rip those poor recruits.
Comrade Peeler, I regret to say that your replacement, the real drone pilot,
Excuse you?
was in one of those pods. One that happened to burst into flames. Your temporary job just got a lot more permanent.
And with that, I'll leave you. There's a lot to do with this game. There's a lot of fun missions. The storytelling is sort of like a soap opera drama in space. There's a lot of cool zany characters. Bill Nye pops up quite a lot as sort of your internal monologue. He's there to support you, also to berate you, but you know, that can be quite good for character. There's also a lot of sort of secret, retro nostalgia throwback games within this. There's tanks, there's ping pong, there's FPSs, there's like a whole load of stuff. Pixel Delusion went hard with the content. They put a lot of work into this game. They gave a lot of content for people to enjoy, and they just deserve all the love. So if you haven't bought the game, go to the Steam store, check it out, and keep an eye on other games that we, Modern Wolf, are publishing. Thanks for watching, and just mind your potatoes.
Kosmokrats.